The next example we're going to look at involves a water treatment plant. This plant consumes 1 kilowatt-hour of electricity for every 900 gallons of water it treats. The plant gets this electricity from a coal-fired power plant with an emission factor of 1,500 pounds of carbon dioxide per megawatt-hour of electricity consumed. If the facility treats 3.4 million gallons of water each month, how many metric tons of carbon dioxide does it emit in the course of a year? The first thing we'll need to do in order to solve this problem is to figure out how many gallons of water the facility treats each year. We know that it treats 3.4 million gallons each month, so that's a pretty simple calculation. Simply multiply that by 12. So 3,400,000 gallons per month times 12 months per year gives us 40,800,000 gallons per year. Now that we know how many gallons the plant treats per year, and we know that for each 900 gallons it consumes 1 kilowatt-hour of electricity, we can figure out how many kilowatt-hours of electricity the plant consumes over the course of a year. 40,800,000 gallons per year divided by 900 gallons per kilowatt hour equals 45,333 kilowatt hours per year. Now, our emission factor isn't expressed in terms of kilowatt hours, it's expressed in terms of megawatt hours. So what we should do is go one step further and convert the kilowatt hours to megawatt hours, which is simple. We'll just divide the 45,333 by 1,000. So divide by 1,000 kilowatt hours per megawatt hour, and that will give us 45.33 megawatt hours per year. Now all that's left to do is to multiply our electricity consumption in megawatt hours per year by the emission factor, which was given to us in the problem. So 45.33, sorry, let me get rid of the bold, 45.33 megawatt hours per year. Multiply that by 1,500 pounds of carbon dioxide per megawatt hour, and that's going to give us 68,000 pounds of carbon dioxide per year. And now once again we ask for metric tons, so let's convert the pounds to metric tons. 68,000 pounds per year divided by 2,204 pounds per metric ton equals 30.84 metric tons per year. And that would be our answer. As you can see, that would be answer A on question number 3. The next question we're going to take a look at involves a power plant. This power plant's generation mix consists of coal and natural gas. Each day, the plant combusts 1,600 metric tons of coal and 27,500 cubic feet of natural gas. How many metric tons of carbon dioxide does the plant emit in 1 year? And here we have a couple of hints. The emission factor for coal is 4,728.82 pounds of carbon dioxide per metric ton. That was sourced from the EPA, and you'll notice if you look at the resources available on the course website that the EPA has 4 or 5 different emission factors for coal depending on the type of coal. And the other hint is the emission factor for natural gas, which we've already seen is 0.12 pounds of carbon dioxide per cubic foot. So in order to solve this problem, we'll look at the 2 fossil fuels one at a time. We'll start with coal. We know that the facility is consuming 1,600 tons of coal per day. The problem doesn't specify how many days out of the year the power plant is operational, so we'll just assume it's 365. So 1,600 tons per day, multiply that by 365 days per year, that gives us 584,000 tons per year. Now we have 584,000 tons per year. Multiply that by our emission factor, which is 4,728.82. Once again, the 0.82 is sort of a moot point, but we'll keep it in there for the sake of being accurate. So that emission factor is pounds of carbon dioxide per metric ton. So 584,000 metric tons of coal per year multiplied by 4,728 pounds of carbon dioxide per metric ton is going to give us 2 billion. This is going to be a big number. 2,761,630,880 pounds of CO2 per year. And finally, we'll convert that to metric tons, which is very simple, as we now know. 2,761,630,880 pounds per year divided by 2,204.6 pounds per metric ton equals 1,252,668 metric tons, I'm sorry, I can't spell, of carbon dioxide per year. And now we're going to do the same thing for natural gas, apply the same steps to natural gas. We know that this particular power plant combusted 27,500 MCF per year. And remember, MCF stands for 1,000 cubic feet of natural gas. So let's go ahead and multiply that by 1,000, which is the number of cubic feet in an MCF. And that will tell us that really this plant combusted 27,500,000 cubic feet of natural gas per day times 365 days per year equals 10 billion 37 million and 500,000 cubic feet of natural gas per year. Now we know that this power plant consumes just over 10 billion cubic feet of natural gas each year, so all that's left to do in order to calculate emissions is to multiply by our emission factor, which we know is 0.12 pounds of carbon dioxide per cubic foot of natural gas. So let's go ahead and do that. We've got 10 billion 37,500,000 cubic feet per year. Multiply that by 0.12 pounds of CO2 per cubic foot, and that gives us 1,204,500,000 pounds of carbon dioxide per year. Once again, we'll convert this to metric tons simply by dividing by 2204. So we've got 1,204,500,000 pounds of carbon dioxide per year. Divide that by 2,204. And that will give us 546,358 metric tons of carbon dioxide per year. And finally, we'll add up the emissions from the coal and the natural gas, which was 1,252,668 plus the 546,358, which gives us a total of 1,799,025 metric tons of CO2 per year. And that is our final answer, which we can see right here would be answer D.